Everybody hopes to find and marry the right person, and most of us want our relationships with that person to last. Furthermore, most couples eventually part ways. Where do most of the reasons come from? Each couple, of course, is special in its own way. The longer a couple has been together, the more likely it is that multiple intertwined factors contributed to the breakdown of their relationship. Here are top 10 reasons why relationships fail. 10. Compatibility problems. Incompatibility between two people in a relationship is another typical factor that contributes to the failure of most romantic partnerships. It is possible that one person is more outgoing than the other, or that one is a Republican while the other is a Democrat. Perhaps one of them is Jewish, while the other adheres to the Catholic faith. No matter what the difference is between you, if you have very different perspectives on life, then you'll have problems being compatible. It's possible that you'll be able to cope with it for a while, but in the long run, the relationship will suffer significant damage as a result of it. 9. Abuse. Abuse can take many forms, including mental, emotional, and even physical mistreatment of a person. All of these, in their own unique ways, are destructive to an equal degree. Relationships are meant to be loving, and they should provide a haven to which one can retreat when they feel the need to get some distance from the rest of the world. As a result, it should not come as a surprise that abuse can be a significant factor in the breakdown of romantic relationships. 8. Family and friend interferences. There is no such thing as a relationship that does not involve other people. The influence of other people in our lives can either strengthen or undermine a relationship. Many issues can be caused by the interference of other people, whether it be overbearing mothers-in-law or friends who take you out of your relationship with your partner too frequently for social events. For there to be no unwarranted interference from the outside, it's essential to be aware of your own personal boundaries and to have clear lines of communication. 7. Narcissism. In its extreme form, narcissism is a form of selfishness. While it's true that most of us can be self-centered at times, narcissists are perpetually focused on themselves and never give a second's thought to anyone else. In other words, they're completely devoid of compassion. Relationships suffer as a result of the mental and emotional games played or the abuse suffered. Narcissists have a heightened awareness of their own importance and a profound desire for admiration. An absence of genuine emotional closeness is a common symptom of narcissism. Narcissism manifests itself in a variety of ways, some of which include, but are not limited to, a pervasive sense of superiority, a distorted view of one's own importance, a sense of entitlement, a lack of empathy for others, a lack of boundaries, a lack of authenticity, a Don Juan complex, a lack of responsibility, a disregard for norms. Studies show that people who score high on the narcissism scale are more likely to be unfaithful. 6. Fear of commitment. Relationships that last a long time are serious. Having a meaningful marriage and raising a family is a prerequisite. You'll be counted on for things too. Because of this, some couples may experience severe relationship anxiety and start to worry about their future together. Some people aren't prepared to take the risk that comes with falling in love. This could cause them to feel betrayed or cause them to lose their independence. Love is unique, but it can also be painful, as well as joy. Some people are terrified by the prospect of committing to a long-term partner. This anxiety may prevent them from ever getting over each other. 5. Differences in priorities. Your partner places a different level of importance on certain aspects of their relationship than you do. There are some people for whom their relationship with their significant other, along with their family, is the primary center of gravity for their lives. In terms of importance, nothing else even comes close. For some people, having a romantic relationship, even a committed one, is only one component of their overall life experience. There are a great deal of other aspects of life that, from their point of view, can justifiably take precedence over this one. 4. Different stages of life or age differences. An area of potential divergence in a relationship is when another partner is actively learning and developing while the other is not. This could apply, for instance, to a situation in which one partner rapidly climbs the professional and social ladders, while their significant other stays at the same, unmoving level at home. Eventually, the couple begins to differentiate themselves professionally and socially. They've outgrown each other on all fronts, including physical proximity and mental and social closeness. While playing the role of the cougar and dating a much younger man can be entertaining for some women, and for men, dating a woman 30 years his junior can be exciting, these relationships rarely succeed in the long run. It's difficult for people to connect with another if they're at vastly different points in their lives. When two people in a relationship have vastly different levels of maturity, things get complicated. And if the relationship doesn't have a solid foundation to begin with, it won't last. 3. Lack of commitment. Sometimes two people will get together and start a relationship for no other reason than the fact that they don't want to be single anymore. This can happen for a number of different reasons. This is not a strong argument in favor of being in the company of another individual. There are a lot of people who act as though they're fully committed to the partner, even though they're only going through the motions of being in a relationship with them. It's highly unlikely that a partnership will continue if either one of the partners does not have the same level of dedication to the connection that they share with the other. 2. Miscommunication. The vast majority of people have never received instruction on how to communicate effectively with one another. Instead, we act as unwitting role models for the communication skills that were modeled for us by our parents when we were growing up. As a result, a great number of married couples frequently fail to comprehend one another due to a breakdown in effective communication. Obviously, this can result in arguments if you're unable to find a way to communicate effectively and clear up any misunderstandings. This is a very important point. Multiple studies have found that poor communication, or a lack of it, is one of the primary reasons for couples to seek therapy together, as well as one of the primary reasons for marriages to fail and for couples to divorce. As the polar opposite of respect, contempt is typically communicated by making value judgments that are unfavorable, being critical of someone, or being sarcastic about them. This approach is referred to as tough on the person, soft on the issue, within the field of communication studies. Communication that is full of contempt has the same effect as poison. It is toxic to the health and well-being of a romantic relationship. 1. Trust issues. One of the most detrimental contagions to the long-term success of a relationship is a breach in trust, whether it be temporary or permanent. When there's a lack of trust in a romantic partnership, there's also a lack of safety and security, which are both essential components of a healthy connection. Problems with trust can be caused by a number of factors, including possessiveness, jealousy, unreasonable rigidity, emotional infidelity, physical, sexual infidelity, relational game playing, a lack of reliability and dependability, a lack of emotional support, a lack of financial capability, and a lack of mutually supportive goals. If you believe that trust is a major issue in your relationship, or was one in your previous relationship, investigate whether the lack of trust is based on a pattern of evidence, such as significant broken promises, or whether it's mostly based on subjective emotions, such as jealousy without proof. Think about it in an honest way. Is the lack of trust based on something that can be proven, or is it based on fears that have no basis in reality? What do you think of our video? Are there any other reasons you think why relationships fail? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video and want to view more video topics like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching,